Is that glass half full or is it half empty? Some of us think it's half full, but some of us believe that it's half empty. All of us have different perspectives in different subjects. Some of us have a very common perspective that we find every day in many people in some subjects, while in other subjects we have perspectives so unique, so different that they can actually make an impact. But when it comes to looking at oneself, when it comes to identifying with yourself, all of us evaluate ourselves. We examine ourselves and judge ourselves. And sadly, we criticize ourselves. All of this based on opinions and judgment given to us by other people. People who barely know anything about us. The idea here is that the human society was built completely based on belief. About 70,000 years ago, humans started climbing the food chain and reached the top in very short time, all because they were able to cooperate in large numbers. Why were humans able to cooperate in large numbers? Because they were able to believe in something together. They were able to put their faith in bits of imagination they called as gods. Humans created religion, and through religion, we created society. So, we started off all of this with faith that one individual put in each other. And sadly, in our present society, this faith in others, this faith in ourselves is fading to a point where it's non-existent. And individuals who have faith in them today are thriving to a great extent, which is why all of us should believe in ourselves. We believe that God will change our life, our parents will change our life, our teachers will change our life. But the truth is, nobody will if we do not do it ourselves. The greatest example for this is Malcolm X, a well-known American minister who during the civil rights movement was one of the greatest personalities. He, during his youth, was a criminal, and while he was serving his penalty in the jail, he had some kind of spiritual awakening that led him to believe that he can be a great academic. And there is this guy, a criminal in jail, who hasn't even done 8th grade, who cannot read one sentence or write one complete sentence. He goes to the library, takes a dictionary, and reads it completely, entirely, what none of us ever thought of doing in our life. And from then, America got one of its best ministers, best orator, debater, from a kid who was serving sentence in jail. Just because he believed that he could do it. He believed that he could read. He believed that he could make an impact and bring about change, which even led to the civil rights movement. So, it's not just about one person believing in themselves and bringing about change. It is necessary that everyone in this society believes themselves to bring about real change. If Thomas Alva Edison hadn't believed that he could have created light bulbs, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you today. If Tesla hadn't created electricity, if he hadn't believed that electrons could change the world, none of us would be going out in nights or having fun with our friends today. The biggest problem with our generation today is that we do not believe in ourselves. Instead, we put our faith in chasing the stars. By the stars, I do not mean the stars in the night sky. I mean the stars, the celebrities. We follow their styles, we imitate their styles because we want to get more likes, we want to become more popular in the social media. But the society is not functioning to its fullest if it does not get the uniqueness, the styles of every single person in it. Each one of our style, each one of our uniqueness, our knowledge, our ideas are like pieces of a puzzle. A puzzle we call the society. And without one piece, the society is not complete. And this will happen only when all of us believe in ourselves. We believe in our uniqueness, our knowledge. We believe that we are worthy of being expressed, that our styles are worthy of being accepted, of being taken to the next level in the society. Now, all through my talk up till now, I have been talking about how it is important for people to believe in themselves and how they are not doing it right now. But that is not the only side of the bigger picture. The other big important problem that we are facing in current society is a little too much. The narcissism, bullying, discrimination, all of these arise from the fact that there is misplaced belief in people. And this happens when a person who believes in themselves, probably even a little too much, does not know what they are believing in. Even if you get to a point where you believe in yourself, but you do not know what you're good at, what you're passionate about, what you're not so good at, there is no point of you believing in yourself. That belief is misplaced and it could even lead to problems. Which is why when you start believing in yourself, you need to question yourself. You need to understand what you like the most. You need to understand why you want to do something you're so passionate about and how that will bring a better impact to the society. So, once we start believing in ourselves, we start believing in others too. Because once you know that you can do something, you get that confidence that others can do it too. Probably not as well as they can do it, you will do it, or probably not as well as you will do it, they will do it. But you will be able to believe in others, which means that trust and faith become an everyday part of life in the society. And like I already said, for a species that was completely built out of cooperation and community, this is the step to the next big change. So, belief, as I said, belief is the first step all of us can take towards change, towards life. And when we do that, life will take 100 steps towards us. And by believing in ourselves, we start believing in others. We start bonding with them. And then change is completely based on time and place. It is an inevitable thing that will happen. Thank you.